Ndegwa, use your remaining time to conclude.
Well, I am most obliged, Lordship. It may be noted that, Your Lordship, that the chair of this board is directly appointed by the President, the six respondents in this case. Your Lordship, may I submit again that the perception out there is that this bench has been constituted for a particular purpose, and that the bench is just a mere conveyor belt, and that the parties herein will not have the chances to have justice of their case being dispensed. Your Lordship, I have annexed a tweet by Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir, annexed in our affidavit at paragraph 12, and I would wish to read that tweet, Your Lordship. Ahmed Nasir, Your Lordship, is a senior member of this bar, a senior counsel, and Your Lordship, here it goes. The conservatory orders will be discharged by the 3-judge bench latest by next week, if not by Friday. Even as we approach you, Your Lordship, the perception out there is that this bench is part of the conspiracy.
My Lord, may I object to that? Ahmed Nasir is not the law.
Your Lordship,
he speaks not to the law. Ahmed Nasir has also an affidavit. He is not a witness, my Lord. How does Ahmed Nasir, and we have 64 senior counsel, how does Ahmed Nasir, how can his tweet inform submission before this court?
May I answer that, Your Lordship, to the good professor, that we are speaking about perception. The standard of a bystander, the reasonable man, a fair-minded man in the status and the character of a senior counsel, Ahmed Nasir says, and the president's lawyer says, we cannot receive justice. That is the standard.
My Lord, Ahmed Nasir says that this court will quash the impeachment of Brigadier.
To respond.
No, but the point is, he then speaks in your favor.
Yes.
Pick that line.
Let him respond.
You will not teach me how to submit. You will pick the line that you so wish. For me, I am saying, Your Lordship, that the perception out there is that this bench has been constituted as a conveyor belt. Finally, Your Lordship, this court will remember that on the 16th of October, we moved the court for a mention on the 18th. The court declined to grant that mention and slated our file to be mentioned on the 29th of October. But when they were moved by parties in these proceedings, the court was generous and gracious enough even to sit on a weekend, to sit on a Saturday. Noting that we were before you, you slated our matter for the 29th and never saw the urgency. Your Lordship, how can a fair bystander be convinced that this court will dispense with substantive justice? How can it be said that this court is impartial? Your Lordship, the question of a spouse being linked to a judge, as indicated by Rules 47, is of paramount importance and something that cannot be ignored. Why didn't the court disclose to us? Why did the court conceal? If the court can conceal such kind of apparent evidence, what else is it capable of concealing? Your Lordship, permit me to indicate that in our affidavit that we would wish to expunge paragraph 16 of our affidavit, supporting affidavit, will not rely on it, and paragraph 10 of the same affidavit will not rely on the same. But the standard, Your Lordship, is that of a bystander. Ahmed Nasir spoke, and he has a following of over 1 million on his Twitter handle. That is, the perception has been created to the Kenyans that this bench, one, is a conveyor belt, two, it is considered for a particular mission, three, it's part of the conspiracy. Your Lordship, we urge you to uphold our application and grant the prayers sought. Your Lordship, my learned friend Mr. Macharia will highlight on the authority with the authority in support of my submissions and those of Kibe.
Sorry, just a slight clarification on expunging. Paragraphs 10 and 16, if I had properly.
Yes, that's correct.
Of the supporting affidavit.
That's correct.
I don't know whether we can do that through oral submissions. You cannot expunge a paragraph from an affidavit as it is evidence before the court, and it has to be considered, it has to be challenged in all ways. Number two, if you expunge paragraph 16...
Can you cover it in your response, please?
I may, but if you expunge 16, I have a problem with that. There is no application before you. If you expunge paragraph 16 from the affidavit, there is no application as being urged before you. So we need all this clarification. Let's not take things lightly.
Yes, Your Lordship, yes, it is true that the paragraph that I seek to expunge is paragraph 16.
It is 10, affidavit and 16.
Paragraph 16 of which affidavit? By who?
It is the affidavit of the 22nd of November, paragraph 10. And 16 is the
applicant's affidavit.
That
is Obuli Namenya.
This is 10, 16 is
My Lord, permit me with
perhaps, my Lord, again, because we have to be fair to the court, my colleague has to be candid and confirm to the court. The reason is withdrawing that paragraph 16 is because the claim there is factually false. Because you can't just withdraw and leave the world thinking...
We are not even seeing that paragraph 16. Can you read it, the paragraphs we want to withdraw?
And 10 and 16.
Your Lordship, are you having the same...
Read as paragraph 10, which we want to withdraw, and paragraph 16, so that we can consider if it can be withdrawn.
And confess it's a lie.
in English, just read it.
Give Mr. Ndegwa, my lords, your leadership, the opportunity to finish his submission.
Yes. Let him read those paragraphs,
Yes.
so that we can sit down.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, protect him from these tutorials that he's getting from this.
Order, please. Order. Please read as paragraph 10.
Your Lordship, I wish to say that most respectively, I wish to say no more in respect to the paragraph.
This is a direction from court. Read paragraph 10 and paragraph 16. Read
Paragraph 16 reads,
paragraph 10 first.
may I have some peace, Your Lordship?
No, listen, please, listen.
Who is in conduct?
Listen. Bana Njiru,
Yes, Your Lordship, I'll read.
you have applied to expunge
Yes, Your
paragraphs 10 and paragraph 16.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Can you read those paragraphs which you intend to expunge?
Your Lordship, paragraph 16 says that...
Paragraph 10.
It's the court. It's the court.
And Your Lordship, may I take note that these paragraphs have been expunged.
We have not expanded those paragraphs. It is your application.
Expunged them. The petitioners have credible information that Honorable Mrima is a close associate to the proposed deputy president, one Mr. Kidore Kindiki, and that the said judge failed, refused, or neglected to disclose those facts to the parties at the inception. The basis of the application to expunge that particular paragraph is on the basis that the same has been linked to the affidavit sworn in petition 015. Paragraph 16, that Lady Justice Mugambi is conflicted as she should recuse herself, as she was Mr. Kidora Kindiki's LLM student at Moi University.
We have no LLM program at Moi University.
Professor
You will have your time to submit, sir. Stop eating. And that's why I'm expunging it. That's why I'm expunging this paragraph. That is what my client said. A crucial issue that she failed and or refused to disclose to the parties. My client has learned that she was not an LLM there and that she only took her degree in that university.
We have no objection to anything being expunged, subject to the court of